Welcome to Liberation Lens, where stories unfold beyond the headlines and perspective truly matters. History isn't finished, it's unfolding. This is Liberation Lens. Perspective matters.
Mandela was born in 1918 in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. He grew up in a royal Thembu family and studied law. As a young man, he joined the African National Congress, the ANC, to fight against apartheid, the brutal system of racial segregation and white supremacy imposed by the South African state. He began with peaceful protest but eventually supported armed resistance. This shift led to his arrest in 1962. He would spend 27 years in prison. During that time, he became the face of the anti-apartheid movement both at home and globally. South Africans, especially the black majority, saw him as a symbol of hope and freedom. Yet, it's important to remember this: Mandela was branded a terrorist by the West. The United States officially kept him on its terrorist watch list until 2008, long after he had served as President of South Africa. In 1990, Mandela was released from prison. South Africa stood on the edge of civil war. Negotiations began. The apartheid regime was crumbling under pressure. But to move forward peacefully, a political compromise was necessary. Mandela became the centerpiece of that compromise. In 1994, he was elected South Africa's first black president. The country celebrated. The world applauded. Mandela spoke of reconciliation and unity. He introduced the idea of the Rainbow Nation, a vision of racial harmony. For many, this was the dawn of a new era. But what did South Africans really fight for? It wasn't only the right to vote. They fought for land, for economic justice, for dignity. The ANC's 1955 Freedom Charter demanded that the land be shared and the country's wealth be returned to its people. Yet none of that happened. Mandela's government preserved the existing economic structure. White-owned land and corporate wealth were left untouched. In return, the country avoided civil war and gained global legitimacy. Mandela won the Nobel Peace Prize. But the economic system that had kept black South Africans poor remained firmly in place. The people gained the vote, but not economic power. South Africa became a democracy built on the same foundations that apartheid had laid. Why was political freedom granted, but not economic freedom? The answer lies in the nature of the negotiations. Western governments, multinational corporations, and local elites wanted stability. They feared a radical economic overhaul. So the deal was simple: give the people the vote, but keep the wealth where it was. This was the cost of peace. And Mandela, though a master negotiator, accepted it. Whether he had a choice is still debated. But the result is clear: South Africa today remains one of the most unequal societies in the world. So what did Mandela achieve versus what he fought for? He achieved political freedom, peaceful transition, international respect, and racial reconciliation. But what he and many others fought for, land, wealth redistribution, and economic liberation, was left undone. This is not a rejection of Mandela's legacy, but a reflection on its limitations. He helped end apartheid without bloodshed. But he also led a compromise that left millions of South Africans still trapped in poverty. Mandela remains a hero. But even heroes are human. His presidency marked a new beginning, but not a complete transformation. And so, the question remains: what is freedom without land, without food, without opportunity? For South Africa, the struggle continues. Political liberation was won. Economic liberation is still waiting. This is Liberation Lens. And yes, perspective matters.
You have just seen the world through a different lens. Subscribe, comment, share, and help amplify voices that deserve to be heard. Until next time, keep looking deeper. Liberation Lens. Perspective matters.